So you've been watching Bob Ross for quite a while and you're finally ready to paint along with Bob. But number one, you don't know if you're gonna like painting with Bob for the long haul. And number two, you don't have a lot of money at the moment and times are tough. So what do? In this video right here, we're gonna go over if painting with Bob is the right move and investment for you. When it comes to oil painting, or more specifically, painting along with Bob Ross, how do you even know if you're gonna like it? Well, from my personal experience, it's gonna take you about 5 paintings to decide if you like painting with the wet and wet style, with oil paints, and painting along with Bob. For some of you, you will be addicted after your very first painting, but for the vast majority, it's gonna take a number of paintings to decide if you like it. And 5 seems to be the magic number because that's when things start clicking. Now that we know it's gonna take you at least 5 paintings to decide if you like painting with Bob, let's talk about supplies that's gonna get you through 5 paintings. Regardless of what you think of the Bob Ross company, I really recommend any new beginner out there start with the Bob Ross Master Set. The reason is you're gonna get colors that are formulated for wet on wet, plus you get all the brushes, tools, and knives that you need, plus the liquid base medium. If you do this correctly, you will get through about 5 paintings, no problem, and you get all of this for right around 75 USD. Now, if you're a little tight on money, you can trade down to the Bob Ross basic set, but I really recommend if you think you wanna do Bob Ross painting, just go with this right here. It's not too much more in cost. When you paint with Bob Ross, you use white paint for everything, which is why I recommend you get yourself a tube of Winsor Newton titanium white paint. This stuff is OP when it comes to clouds and paint breaks and snow. So get this for only an extra 15 USD. We need something to hold your canvases, and for that I recommend getting one of these foldable tabletop easels when they're on sale. They only cost about 10 USD. Speaking of canvases, I recommend get yourself a cheap canvas pack. You can get 16 by 20 or 11 by 14. Any canvas pack that comes with at least 5 is gonna work great, and this costs right around 15 USD. Now we just need some paint thinner, and any paint thinner that's on sale will do as long as it's odorless. And odorless paint thinner generally costs you right around 10 bucks for a nice bottle. All the supplies we just mentioned here is gonna cost you about a grand total of an investment of $125 to see if you like Bob Ross painting at all. Now for all the other supplies, you can generally find that in your home. Things to hold your thinner, any glass container will do provided you clean it out before and after. And if you need any cleanup supplies, paper towels and junk towels work fantastic. The supplies we just talked about is enough to get you through 5 Bob Ross paintings. It can actually get you about 8 to 10 paintings provided you do some of the paintings from Bob Ross that are easier and don't require as many layers. To know what those are, you can check out the video in the top right corner. Check out that video on the easiest Bob Ross tutorials because it'll make all this supplies that you see here last longer and go farther and build confidence in you. And the most important thing is it helps me get more watch time. All right, you got all your supplies and you're ready to start painting along with Bob Ross. A tip to help minimize wasting your time and your paint is find 2 Bob Ross tutorials that you can paint back to back. You're gonna learn twice as much, and whatever you did on your very first painting, you can take and apply it to your second painting, and trust me, it's gonna help you a lot. Number 2 is your paint's already out, so you're not gonna be wasting as much paint, and cleanup is gonna be a lot easier because rather than cleaning up 2 times, you only have to clean up once, which means you're gonna save more in your time, and as we know, your time is the most valuable thing. Oh, okay, here comes the truth part. When it comes to your paintings, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your first painting will suck. The good news is your second painting will suck, but it will suck less. The third painting will actually look like something, but it will still suck. The fourth will be an oh crap moment. You have a decent painting that looks pretty good, but still 50% of it will be crap. Painting number 5 is where everything starts to click together and you have somewhat of a decent painting that you are proud of and that you want to show other people, and you know what? It makes you thirsty to do another Bob Ross painting. When it comes to painting with Bob Ross, it does cost money. Like we said, it's about 125 USD to get started. There are some trade down plays, which you can take a look in the top right corner on how to start painting like Bob Ross with cheaper gear. But I legitimately think this is the best way to start if you think you want to get into painting with Bob Ross. And that money, it's a big number. $125 is a lot to me. But you have to remember, this is going to be an investment in you. Now, if you think it's not an investment in you, let me spin it this way. Doing Bob Ross painting is an experience. And to validate that experience, I say treat it like a date. if you have a loved one, you got a wife or a husband, or you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a partner, or you want to start dating someone, or you want to paint along with your friend or your kids or nieces and nephews, this is a great experience. I'm from California, and when I go on dates with girls, it costs me $100 bare minimum where I'm going. For an extra $25, I can have an experience that I can share with someone, and it's gonna lead to lasting memories and give me the possibility of opening up a new creative outlet for me and the person I'm painting with. Just want to toss that little tidbit in there for you because I do understand anything over $100 in this day and age is a lot of money. But I want to validate it to you on why it can be something awesome for you and possibly someone that you share it with. If you have any questions or concerns about getting into oil painting, landscape painting, wet on wet painting, or painting along with Bob Ross or even Bill Alexander, you can do that in the comments down below. And while you're down there, why not hit like and subscribe? And if you found this video helpful, you can become a YouTube member or smash that super thanks. If you're looking for the most affordable way to see if you even like landscape painting or painting with Bob Ross, I'm gonna give you a nice suggestion here. Check out the Bob Ross 4Kids Happy Lesson in a Box. And it's an acrylic paint set that paints in the exact same style. You won't get the exact same look, but it'll let you know if you like landscape painting or painting with Bob. In fact, I just did a tutorial video and review on it. You can check over to my right-hand side, and I will catch you all later. Take care, and of course, peace.